Okay, I am trying this again. I'm hoping that some of the stuff I recorded the other day, I think I was like day 3 after my surgery, hoping to edit that and post it. But I'm making another video, hoping this one works. Today I am 1 week and 1 day. I wanted to make a video yesterday, but being a mom, stuff happens. I just didn't get around to doing it yesterday, but so today is 1 week and 1 day. You can kind of, the lighting's not really good in here. You can kind of see my scar. I still have the tape on it. Definitely see that I'm bruising, still very swollen, pretty tender throughout here and swollen. I am going to see my surgeon again on Monday. I'm going back down to the Mayo and they're gonna move the tape, see if everything's healing. So hopefully things are going good. As far as like feeling, I gotta say I have majority of my movement. I can't look up all the way. I'm hoping once they get rid of the tape I'll feel a little bit more comfortable doing that. But definitely still tight looking up. It is nice that I can look down completely. I mean, that was even right after the surgery I occurred. I was just worried with the nursing that I wasn't going to be able to like see my baby or figure out nursing. And obviously like you're still very tender and sore, so if you have somebody that can still help you bring the baby or with the pumping stuff, that's going to be really helpful. But yeah, that kind of went away. It's not really, it's starting to itch a little bit, but mostly it's still numb. Like I still like through here, it just feels like it's like when your legs asleep. That's kind of what it feels like. So I'm hoping that's normal. Obviously something I'm gonna be asking the surgeon when I see him on Monday, making sure that's still normal. And I know for me, like this isn't gonna be everybody, but with me, they did have to go pretty high up here to get some of the tumors and the lymph nodes out, which he said it could like affect like my shoulder movement on my left side. With my shoulder is fine, but it is still very like tense. It's almost like I have like a knot like right on my shoulder. So I don't know if that's a nerve, if that's just a muscle reacting to all the stuff that's happening. But definitely on my list of things to ask him as well. And yeah, that's kind of where I'm at physically with everything. I did kind of want to make this video also a video of things that I recommend going into surgery and like post-surgery, things like that. So if you're going to surgery or if you know somebody that's having a thyroidectomy, things that you might be able to help them with or either get them or talk to them about. So I was kind of making a list. A lot of this stuff I was writing like as I was in the hospital, so I had to like kind of go through it, which I'm glad I did because there's a lot of stuff I didn't even, when I was like reading, I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. that was helpful. So I'm just gonna go through that, and then, you know, after I post this, which hopefully I do, I'm hoping it helps anyone out there. Feel free to message me. I'm happy to talk about anything, everything. I know obviously going through a thyroidectomy is a scary thing for anyone, especially if you are pregnant or a new mom, even like have a mom that are a couple years of a kid that are a couple years old. I mean, I have a 3-year-old too. Definitely makes it a little bit more difficult. You know, I think if I could have just came home and slept for like the first week and not really done anything, I probably would have been feeling better. But you know, with nursing and you know, my 3-year-old's in daycare, but you know, when he comes home, obviously he wants to play. You know, I mean, you have to set your boundaries, set your limitations, but it's hard. I even know my 3-year-old, I was like, okay, you can give me hugs, but they had to be gentle hugs, you know, and he just kind of like come up and kind of give me gentle hugs, and he's like, oh, I can't wait till I can give you squeeze hugs, mommy, and so just things like that makes it hard. But just remember, this is you know, it's such a short period of time. I mean, already it's a week, and I already feel so much better. Still tender, but I know a lot of people say after 2 weeks, like, that's when they really healed physically. as far as like the medicine, right now I'm on 100 mcgs of levothyroxine. Um, so far it's going good. I know a lot of stuff I've read, uh, natural, your natural excuse me, thyroids are still in your body for the first week, so you don't really, you're not really reliant on that medication until like a week after your thyroid's out. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm not a doctor. That's just some of the stuff that I was reading going into it. So I'm very curious, now that that week's over, how I'm going to be feeling. I did notice, like after the first couple of days of taking it, I felt like my heart was going much faster. But I think that was just kind of in the morning, like, and after I ate, it seemed like it got a little bit better. And I'm just going off of my Fitbit, like right now, my heart rate is 110 beats per minute. So, and I've always had a high, like, beats per minute, but usually it's between like 70 and 80. So I have an appointment with my endocrinologist today at 4, so that's something I'm going to be talking to her about. Just making sure like that's normal, if that's just my body adjusting. Because really, like, even though my heart rate's, my watch is saying it's 110 beats per minute, like, I don't feel like it's going that fast. Like, I feel fine. I haven't really been that tired. I would say, like, the first 3 days after surgery, I was really tired. I was taking naps. I know, had the surgery on Tuesday, came home Wednesday, and I slept, like, napped the whole way home, and then took a couple more naps when I got home, and then Thursday I pretty much slept, got up, ate, nursed my baby, went back to sleep. Got up, ate, nursed my baby, went back to sleep. And then Friday took one nap, and then like over the weekend had the kids, had the other kid at home, so it was not really a napping weekend. And then today's Wednesday, and I haven't had a nap Monday, Tuesday, or today, and I haven't really felt like I needed to. Yesterday I went on a pretty long outdoor walk. Went up to my kids' playhouse or daycare to pick them up, and I really didn't feel like I was winded or like my heart was going really fast. This morning I did just kind of a yoga, lower body workout. I'm still not really doing a lot of upper body stuff right now, just kind of lower body, so walking, booty workout, stuff like that. And I really didn't feel like I was that exhausted, so I think the first couple of days afterwards when my heart was feeling like it was going fast and I did feel like winded, like I remember I was just putting my laundry away. By the time I got done with my laundry, I was just like pooped. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired. I think a lot of that might just have been from just recovering from surgery, not necessarily the thyroid replacement. So like everybody says, it's kind of a journey after you have your thyroid removed and you have the medication. So I'm fingers crossed that this is the right medicine for me, and that I won't have to adjust it too much. I know I go back down to the Mayo on Monday to meet with the surgeon, and then in like another 4 weeks I'll have blood work done, and then I'll see how my thyroid's reacting. So hopefully everything's going good with that. Like I feel good. Like I feel like I'm normal. I know going into this, I just had this thing in my brain that once my thyroid's out and I was on this medication, that I was just going to be a completely different person. Like my brain wasn't going to be the same. Physically, I just wasn't going to feel the same. And I have to say, for the most part, like I'm still feeling like me. I am curious to see, like people say a lot of times you get like the weight gain. So I'm just making sure that I'm still eating healthy. I've always had a relatively healthy diet. So just kind of maybe no more ice cream, cup of ice cream before bed, stuff like that. Might not do that as much. Just making sure I'm still working out, just living a healthy lifestyle. I think that's doable and, what you should be doing anyways with or without a thyroid. So I'm hoping as long as I keep that up that I won't be having any weight gain. Another side effect I hear a lot with this medication is hair loss. It's not permanent, but like the first couple of weeks where your body is adjusting, which I'm 3 months postpartum, so I'm already mentally preparing to lose some of my hair. I know that happened with my first child too. Around 3 months, I started losing hair, and then once I stopped nursing. So I don't know if I'm gonna be the best candidate to explain that more. 'Cause I'm not gonna know if it's from the medication or from nursing or postpartum hormones. So, but I will try to. I'm gonna try to keep this up to date. Update videos and stuff like that. So that's pretty much about the surgery, how I'm feeling a week after. I do want to go through some of the stuff that I recommend when you're going into the surgery and afterwards. So these aren't really in chronological order, they're just kind of how as I thought of them, I put them on here. So I really recommend when you go in for surgery, if you do have long hair, like my hair is like a little bit above my waist right now. So I made sure to do it. I did French braid pigtails, just because it keeps everything back. It's really nice because obviously when you go into surgery, you have to wear the hair net thing, surgical head thing. So it's just nice to just literally take your 2 pigtails and just stick them up and you're good to go. Like even the doctor that came in before the surgery, she's like, oh, you're prepared, you have your hair pulled back and everything, and it was just really nice even post-surgery to not have to be like moving my hair, putting my hair up, because obviously you don't want to really be moving your neck, so it's just nice to just have it back, having the braids. You could just grab the 2 braids and put it on the side or your shoulders, whatever you wanted to do. So if you have long hair, definitely recommend that. You don't really need to pack a lot. So I packed like I was going to the hospital having a baby. Like that's pretty much like I packed, I packed pajamas, I packed next day clothes, I packed warm pajamas and cold pajamas. I didn't know what the temperature was going to be like, and your thyroid controls your temperature, so what if I'm like really cold afterwards? And I didn't use anything. Like literally I could have just, because you show up in obviously the clothes you're wearing, and they have you strip down, you put all that clothes in a plastic bag, that's what they provided me. And then my husband just took all my stuff and put it in a locker that they had in the waiting room, and then he got a key so he could go do whatever he wanted to do during my surgery, because it was like 3.5 hours. And then he could come back and get my stuff out. But yeah, I had all the stuff. I didn't use any of it. Like I could have, again, came with the clothes I came in with, and then when I left, just put that clothes on. I do recommend maybe packing underwear, like full butt underwear, because you strip down completely naked, and then they put the surgical gown on you, and then when you wake up you're in a different gown. So I'm not sure how that happens, but you're completely naked underneath. So I know like when I got up to go to the bathroom, I told my husband to get my underwear because I wanted to have that on when I was sleeping, because obviously back of your gown is completely open. So bring some underwear. They provided me socks, like surgical socks when I was there. They're like thigh-high ones with grippies on the bottom and the tops of them. But yeah, like you're not going to be, at least I wasn't in the mood to be putting on makeup or anything like that. Like I bought like my face wash and stuff like that. Like, no, you don't need any of that. I only stayed 1 night. So maybe if you're staying more than 1 night, you might want to bring stuff, but I don't think most people have to stay more than a night with this type of procedure. So definitely pack light. Pretty much bring the clothes that you're going to go home in if you don't want to go home with the clothes that you came with. Also with the clothes that you're going to be leaving with, I definitely recommend just a zip-up hoodie. I know I just had a nursing bra on, and I just had a zip-up hoodie, so like there's nothing rubbing or irritating my neck. And then just a pair of leggings and some Ugg boots is what I had, because I wasn't really feeling like wearing like super tight clothes or anything. And then my husband just pushed me on a wheelchair to our car, so he was kind of far away. So that another thing of advice is be communicative with your nurses, your team there. Like there was so many things that like I didn't even know. Like ask them like to chop your medicine. Like I went through like five different nurses. Like I had this one, and oh my gosh, she was amazing. All of them were good, but she was amazing. Like cause I was having a really hard time swallowing my Tylenol, because the Tylenol, it's like big pieces, and she's like, oh, do you want me to chop those up for you? I'm like, yeah, didn't know that was a thing, didn't even think about that. So yeah, so pill cutters, great thing to have. So just for the first couple of days, it just hurts to swallow. So like just having it be in like little pieces was just easier to swallow for me. You know, ask them if they have any food available. I know, like, I thought the only thing I'd have was Jello, so I'm just like, oh, can I have some Jello? And so like that's where the first nurse got me. And then my husband asked them later, he's like, so I know you had Jello before, like, do you guys have anything else? And like they had yogurt, they had ice cream, they had like all these other things. And I'm like, oh my gosh, ice cream, that sounds amazing. Like I just had this little cup of vanilla ice cream, but just the cold going down the irritated throat, like, it was amazing. Much better than like the Jello and stuff. The ice cream just felt so good going down my throat. So make sure you're asking them those questions. Don't be afraid to do that. Also, like I had so many IVs. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it in here. Probably not. But like I still have like bruises from like there, and I have one here. I have one on my inner arm. That bruise goes like all the way up, but especially. Turn my arm that way. That one, and then I had another one over here. Ask them if they can take gauze and just wrap it around, because otherwise you're getting those cords like stuck. I wish I would have known that when I was. I thought about that when I was in the hospital with my baby, delivering my babies too, because like when you get up and go to the bathroom, it gets stuck on things. So like, cause they have the IV in you, and then there's like cords coming out, cause then they can put potassium, saline in you, if you were to crash, something like that, like they need all those things in you. It really sucks when they come at like 2 in the morning to get blood, and I just remember there's this guy coming in, I'm like, can't you use one of the IVs already in me? And he's like, no, I'm sorry, like I had to use another vein to get blood, and I'm like, oh my gosh. But yeah, but like it was just so nice when she like just wrapped it around like the cords coming out, so I just didn't feel like I was like bonking them. And when I went to the bathroom, I didn't have to worry about that. So that was really nice. Let's see. I definitely recommend. I mean, if you're able to have somebody there with you. I mean, my husband, like, he didn't spend the night. Figured he did enough of that with when I was giving birth, that he could go back to the hotel room. But he stayed with me until like I fell asleep. But like it was just nice having him there like right after surgery, so that like I could like as I was asking things, like saying things, like he was like writing them down, so that when the surgeons and the nurses, the doctors came in, they had him. Kind of like the next morning, like the surgeon came in and he's like, so what questions do you have? And I just was like blank. I'm like, I have no idea. And then like my husband's like, oh well, these were the 10 questions she was asking last night and this morning. I'm like, oh yeah, I do want to know that. Yeah, that I was wondering about that. So definitely have somebody there. Let them know before going to surgery, like, hey, once I get out, if I'm asking questions or something like that, please make sure that you're documenting those somewhere so that we have them. Let's see, because yeah, you're most likely not going to remember. A neck pillow. I definitely recommend a neck pillow. So I just got this one off of Amazon. It's really nice because it like bends. So like I just had it like that when I was like sleeping, and it just made me feel like my neck was supported. And this is it's just points to points. I'll try to put the link down below, but it was, oh my gosh, a lifesaver, like at the hospital. And I think it was like $18 on Amazon. Came in a really cool bag. Came with an eye mask and like, I mean I didn't use it, but an eye mask and some earplugs. So that's kind of nice. I just like that it was bendable, because there was sometimes that I would just have it like straight when I was laying down, and it just would just help. Like I know I slept with this the whole night at the hospital, and then like the first couple nights here napping, on the way home in the car, it was really nice because you know you're not going like that, you're just supported. So definitely recommend one of these. Then let's see. Oh, when you're there, ice chunks, those are going to be your best friend, like, because it hurts to swallow. I mean, honestly, for me, it still hurts to swallow, like, right away in the morning as I'm going throughout the day, then it feels a little bit better, but, like, at the hospital, like, oh my gosh, my throat hurt so bad. So ask for cups of, because I bring you your water, because you need that to take your medicine. But it was just a cup of ice chunks, and then I just had a spoon, and I would just put the ice chunk in, and I would just suck on them, and like the water would just drain down. Obviously, you start to swallow a little bit, but it's just so much better than sucking out of a straw or like a cup or anything. So definitely ask for ice strips. Let's see. The anti-nausea patch. So the anesthesiologist will come in and talk to you before the surgery. Let them know if you do have any side effects, if you do feel nauseous about any medicines, and if you've been under before. I know I've had epidurals where I'm literally throwing up within 30 minutes of getting them. I've had codeine, which is a narcotic that literally I throw up as soon as I like take it. So I just knew I was going to be sick, and I don't want to feel nauseous when I woke up. So they just put like a little patch behind my ear. I think they might do some other stuff too, but just really let them know that beforehand so that they can take the precautions to make sure you're not feeling like absolute crap beer when you wake up. Let's see, phlegm in chest. So I wasn't expecting that. I guess that's very normal. It's okay to cough, but obviously it won't feel good. I found it a little better if I coughed after drinking water. So if I would like drink water to kind of soothe it and then cough, it kind of made it feel a little better. But yeah, it was definitely like some of my coughs, like, you could definitely tell there was stuff coming up. Like it was gross. But yeah, so kind of be expecting of that. Also with swallowing medicine, like I kept trying, like every time I would, I don't know if it's just like me, or if it's just what my body did, or this is what everybody does, but like whenever I'd swallow like a pill, I would like crouch in, like this, and like, no, like there was a time like I physically would put my hand underneath my chin and like push up, and then swallow, because it would hurt, but it would go down better, like wouldn't get stuck or anything. So just kind of keep that in mind when you are swallowing, to like not cave in, to like, you might even have to like hold your chin up to push it down, or to swallow it down. So, let's see, from chest, bring face wipes. I know like when I woke up, like I said, like I brought like face wash and stuff, but I was not in the mood to wash my face at that time. I didn't want to bend over, I didn't want to get this wet. So I would definitely recommend like some dabbing pads, because I was really like oily. So it would have been nice just to have something to just like a face fresh wipe, something like that, like even like a makeup removing wipe, even though I wasn't wearing makeup, but like something just to get rid of like the oils. So if you do have like an oily face, or even not, I would bring that, because obviously like your body's sweating, just adjusting. So recommend that. Chopstick, I know for me, like I didn't have to like sit reclining, and like fortunately I didn't need like a drainage tube or anything. I know a lot of people sometimes they'll have to have that for the first day, but I still like didn't feel comfortable like laying flat on the bed, so I did sleep at a recline, and then I had my neck pillow behind me, and then another one just kind of like behind my shoulders to support me. But obviously when you're sleeping reclined and you have your head forward when you sleep, your mouth opens. So I recommend bringing chapstick, because I know like when I woke up, my lips were pretty chapped, because I was like breathing through my mouth, because my mouth was open while I was sleeping, just from how I was sleeping. Let's see, water. And plus I'm probably not drinking as much water, because it hurts to drink. Blanket for the car ride home if you have a long car ride, so you can sleep and be warm. I know I slept like the whole way home. Would have been nice to have a blanket. I was just happy I have my neck pillow, so it was something. I recommend, I don't have them in here, but Hall's breathers, so they're not like the cough drop ones, they're like the purple bag. They're just throat soothers. Definitely recommend those. I wouldn't do the cough ones, because I feel like that would just irritate it more, probably, because like the menthol and stuff. Honestly, it feels like you have strep throat. Like that's how, like, it's just really tight and sore in there. But I know like the Hall's breathers, like those just really help to soothe my throat. Also tea. I know I did this tea. It's from Pink Stork. I did a constipation one just because, again, after the surgery, like, that's probably going to happen for a couple days until your body, like, re-regulates, you get more water in your body, the drugs are out, you have more movement, but for the first couple days, you might be constipated. So having a tea that not only is warm and soothes your throat, it can kind of help digestive, that's good too. I got this in a care package, which was really nice for my family. It's like a probiotic, and it also supports healthy digestion, caffeine free, if that matters to you. So that one was good. So definitely recommend tea. Like even now, like I can feel my throat's dry from talking so much. And it just feels good. It's just easier to swallow. It just soothes everything. It's warm. It just feels good. So definitely have some tea on hand. Non-solid food. So I know like I had like cocoa cream of wheat. Ate that for a couple days. Yogurt, soup. I had like the carnation breakfast shakes. Like the package, there's like the strawberry, chocolate, and vanilla pack. It was really important to me to have food that was like higher in calories and had nutrients because I'm still nursing. So, and I could definitely tell that for the first couple of days, my supply definitely went down. Probably because I just wasn't drinking water. I was only pumping. I was away from my baby. So I think a lot of factors went into that. I'm a week and a day post surgery, and I can tell my supply's gone back up. Now that I'm eating solid food, stuff like that, drinking more water. So definitely have that stuff on hand to have. You know, yogurt's another one. Tums. So having those on, the ones that have the calcium carbonate, because most likely, even if you have the best surgeon in the world, your parathyroid glands, which are behind your thyroid, are going to be stunned. So I know for a fact that 2 of mine are still in there. Pretty sure my bottom 2 are still in there as well, based on the lab results that I was reading through, but I'll know for sure on Monday. And you only need 1 to not have to be on medication forever. So right now I am on a calcium vitamin D supplement, just until they get back to working. But they will give you Tums at the hospital, just because they have calcium in it, and your body like absorbs it so quickly. So like if my lips start feeling a little numb, or like my fingertips, which has only happened like once or twice in the last week, then I just pop in like 2 of those and I feel fine. So definitely have some of those on hand, and just make sure that they're the ones that have the calcium carbonate in it, because that's what you need. Also, I recommend a pill organizer. So I don't think I have a lot because I have a lot of vitamins I'm taking. Like I have my postnatal, probiotic, stuff like that. But I know with my calcium vitamin D supplement, like it was yesterday, I'm like, oh, did I take that? Did I not take that? I don't remember. Like I have an alarm for it, and I snoozed my alarm, or I shut my alarm off. I don't remember if I took it or not. So now I have this. Got it on Amazon for like 5 days. Has the days, so I can look in and be like, oh, yep, like today's Wednesday. I know I still have my orange pill to take, my calcium one, and then 2 of my herbal supplement ones. So definitely recommend that for as far as my my thyroid replacement, the levothyroxine. I just set an alarm every day on my Fitbit for 6 a.m. I have it on like soft awake, so it wakes me up between like 5:30 and 6. That goes off, and I just take it then. And then usually I get up and pump then, and I go back to bed. Because you just have to take it an hour before you eat anything or drink anything besides water. My surgeon said I could drink coffee, but you can't have creamer or anything in it. I'm not a black coffee drinker, so I just do that. That way I know when I get up, like, I'm good to go. I can start my day. I can eat what I want. I know, like, I have read that you shouldn't do the calcium or milk or anything for like 4 hours. And right now, kind of what I've been doing is waiting 4 hours to do milk. But anything else I can eat or drink before that. And then right now I'm on maternity leave, so that's kind of nice that I can do that. And I'm hoping once I go back to work to just have that, get up at that time, do my morning workout, and then by the time, and then have that hour to do that, and then an hour later, 7 o'clock, then my kids will be up, start a day, have our breakfast, go about life like that. I think that's the last one I had. Yeah. So yeah, this video kind of went longer than I was expecting it to, but I just want to at least share some of my experiences with it. If this is something you're going through, I know it's really difficult, you know, but you're going to get through it. I'm so, I don't know if relieved is the right word, but I'm just glad that I have this done with. You know, I can just focus on my recovery, focus on getting better and recovering from this, and just living life without a thyroid. You know, it's not the best situation. I hate being reliant on something else that's keeping me going, but it is what it is, and I'm just thankful that we at least have the technology and the medical stuff that I can have something that will replace my thyroid and I can live a long, healthy life and be here with my babies. But yeah, again, if you want to talk about it, you know, this is, I gotta say, this last week has been the most physically, mentally, emotionally draining week I've had in a very, very, very long time. And I know it's just the start of my journey, but I do truly believe that you have to have a positive mindset about things like this. Otherwise, it's just gonna ruin your life, and I'm not gonna let it do that. Like, that's your choice. Like, it's not your choice that this happened to you or this happened to me. You know, like, it sucks, but it is your choice how you respond to it. So definitely, like I said in my last video, have your days where you are mad, you are upset, like, this sucks. But don't let that be every day, because that's just not fair to you. Like, you deserve more than that. So have those days, but yet you're a strong person. You're gonna get through this. You're not the only one out there that this is happening to, clearly. And you got this. We all got this. So I will hopefully get this posted, and I'm hoping to post another, make another video next week once I get this removed, and kind of hopefully do like a weekly update or maybe a monthly update. We'll see what happens. And yeah, if you want to talk more about this or you have questions, feel free to message me. Okay, thanks.